grade 11 unit 7. That day we studied about the acid and base. Today we are going to see about the salts. So that day I explained to you when the acid and base combine together forming salts. So before that we are going to study about the indicators. Indicators means it is used to identify the acidic basic substances. So that is the indicator. So normally there are some indicators we use in the laboratory. First one, litmus paper. So you know the litmus paper has two types, red litmus and the blue litmus papers. So always the red litmus turns blue in base. That means the base turns red litmus into blue. The same way the blue litmus turns acids into red. When you put blue litmus in acidic solution, it turns red. So blue litmus turns red in acids. So the other one, phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein actually the normal colorless like water, but it is in the base pink color. So it is indicator for base. So when the base substance, when you put 2 or 3 drops in base, so that will turns into pink color. The next one, methyl orange. Methyl orange, orange color. So that will turns in acid red color. So there are some indicators, but it will show the color change in acids or base. But the pH indicator, you can identify the acidic and the basic or neutral solution. So that also indicates strength of the acids and base. Now there are numbers 0 to 14 in the pH numbers. Each numbers indicate different colors. So there are colors, different colors indicates the numbers. So when you put the pH paper, it is like a pale yellow color paper. When you put into the solution, it turns into some other color. So after that, that color of the paper combine with these colors and see which color is matching for that color and taking the pH number. So when the color shows pH 0 to 3, that is strong acids. You earlier studied strong acids, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid. So that will show these colors. And the weak acid, that is acetic acid, phosphoric acid, carbonic acid, that is pH 4 to 6. 7 neutral, the pure water, alcohol, salt solutions, sugar solution shows pH number 7. And the 8 to 11 weak base, that is magnesium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. Earlier I gave the examples for that. And the strong base, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, that will 12 to 14 pH number. So from single paper you can identify the strength of the acid, base and the neutral substances. Therefore that is the universal indicator, pH paper. So these are some indicators to identify acidic basic substances. Next we are moving to salts. So that day I told you salts are forming when acids combine with base. So they are crystalline. The crystalline form, solid, mostly dissolve in water. This not all salts, mostly it dissolve in water. High melting and boiling points. Acids react with base to form salts. Acid react with base, it forms salts. I told you acid, the H plus ions are released out in aqueous medium. The base, it release OH minus ions in aqueous medium. So the H plus and OH minus form water molecule and the rest of the part forming salt. So there are some types of salts are there. Now here see the strong base combined with strong acid. Strong base combined with strong acid it forms complete salt. Now we say sodium hydroxide is strong base. Hydrochloric acid is strong acid. Both are strong. Strength is more. Therefore, when they combine and forming the salt is neutral salt. No acidic or basic that is property is not there. So this is the complete salt. When the strong base combine with react with strong acid to form complete salt and the water. Same way, the weak base reacts with weak acid, that also making complete salt. So weak base magnesium hydroxide, milk of magnesia, and the weak acid is carbonic acid. So the weak base reacts with weak acid, we get complete salt. Strong base with strong acid or weak base with weak acid to form complete salt. The other thing, strong base, potassium hydroxide is strong base, react with weak acid. Strong base, weak acid. So this strength is more base. Therefore this salt is basic salt. That means it has basicity, little bit basicity, salt, basic salt. Same way, weak base and strong acid. Acid is strong. Therefore you will get acidic salt. Ammonium sulfate is acidic salt because this is strong acid and the weak base. So the strong acid, strong base, weak acid, weak base, I gave examples. So due to that you can identify whether it is complete salt or a acidic salt or a basic salt. With the strong base with strong acid, complete salt. Weak base with weak acid, complete salt. Strong acid with weak, strong base with weak acid, basic salt. Weak base with strong acid, acidic salt. And the water molecule also forming. So these are the ways the salts form. So main thing is base reacts with acid to form salt and water. So uses of some salts, that is given here. The uses of some salts, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is the common salt that is flavoring food. For the tasty we are adding sodium chloride, and the food preservative. Food preservation also we are using sodium chloride that will destroy the germs. Used to produce sodium carbonate, sodium hydroxide, some other sodium chemicals. Copper sulfate used as fungicide to kill fungus, making paints, used in electroplating, that is plating metals, making Benedict solution and Feeling solution. This is used to identify monosaccharides and disaccharides. So that is copper sulfate is the main component in the Benedict solution and the Feeling solution. You know the copper sulfate also blue color, these solutions also blue color. So these are the some uses we have to study. Next one, neutralization reaction. So you know the neutralization means the H plus ions in the acid combine with OH minus in the base and to form release what? Water molecule with salt. That is the neutralization reaction. So some applications of acid base neutralization, milk of magnesia, that is magnesium hydroxide, that is the weak base, is used to remove acidity of the stomach. You know the hydrochloric acid is secreted in our stomach. So when we get acidity, we used to take milk of magnesia to neutralize that, because milk of magnesia base and the HCl is acid. Ash and quicklime, those are base, is added to remove the acidity of the soil. When the soil is acidity, the plants can't absorb nutrients. So to remove that acidity, they use base, ash or quicklime. The bee sting is acidic poison. When the bee stick, what happen? It makes poison, acidic poison. To neutralize that, baking soda or lime, we are using this base, is used to remove the pain. The same way wasp sting is basic poison. So we use lime juice, vinegar or tamarind. Normally tamarind they apply on that place to remove the pain. So these are some applications. Here some chemicals given here, the common name also given here. So sodium chloride common salt, sodium hydroxide caustic soda, sodium carbonate washing powder, sodium bicarbonate baking powder, calcium oxide quicklime, calcium hydroxide lime water, calcium carbonate limestone, calcium sulfate gypsum, magnesium hydroxide milk of magnesia, potassium permanganate condis, potassium nitrate gunpowder. So these are some salts. So now I am going to explain the exercise in your book. So you know the very important, the exercise they have given here, that is to filling the blanks. Sodium hydroxide and dash acid react to form sodium chloride. So the sodium hydroxide is base. So from the base we are taking the metal, and the acid we are taking what? Radical or negative ion. So here this radical is chloride. So here we have to use hydrochloric acid. So sodium hydroxide react with hydrochloric acid, it forms sodium chloride plus water. So the chloride we are getting from hydrochloric acid, and the sodium we are getting from base. So here we are getting hydrochloric acid. And then calcium carbonate and hydrochloric acid react liberating dash gas. You know, always the carbonate or bicarbonate, they produce carbon dioxide gas. And the potassium hydroxide and sulfuric acid react to form. So you know here the potassium with sulfuric acid means H2SO4. So the potassium hydroxide plus H2SO4, potassium sulfate, and with OH and H plus water. So here we are getting potassium hydroxide and sulfuric acid react to form potassium sulfate and water. So dash acid and dash hydroxide react giving magnesium nitrate. So you know the magnesium nitrate, magnesium we are getting from base, that is magnesium hydroxide here, and the nitrate we are getting from acid. So the here nitric acid HNO3. So here nitric acid HNO3 and the base magnesium hydroxide. So it form magnesium nitrate, and this H plus and OH minus to form water. Then fifth one, dash acid react with magnesium liberating gas. So you know always the metal with acid, it form hydrogen gas. You earlier study in grade 10 also. The magnesium metals always react with acid to form hydrogen gas and forming the salt. So any acid you can use it here. So if you use hydrochloric acid, here you get magnesium chloride. Sulfuric acid, magnesium sulfate. Nitric acid, magnesium nitrate. Like that you will get the salt. Now hydrochloric acid means magnesium chloride, and sulfuric acid means magnesium sulfate you get. Here no water, that is actually hydrogen gas. You get hydrogen gas here. So these are the way, that is the first exercise. Second, they are asking, you are provided with 3 unlabeled solution. Unlabeled solution, sodium hydroxide, HCl and sodium chloride. So only they gave you blue litmus paper to identify these solutions. So the unlabeled bottles, there are 3 solutions: sodium hydroxide, hydrochloric acid, sodium chloride. So when you put blue litmus, you know only this is the acid, hydrochloric acid, this is the acid, this is base, this is salt, sodium chloride is the salt. So when you put the blue litmus into 3 solution, only the blue litmus turn red here. So you can identify hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid you identify and you separate that bottle. After that you have to take some drops from HCl and add to these two separately. So when you add hydrochloric acid to base, base and acid will react to form salt and water. So the reactions happen. In the test tube, when the reaction happens, you feel that is hotness, that is heat liberated. So from that you can identify the reaction is happening. So here the HCl, when you put some drops to sodium hydroxide drops, you can notice the reaction is happening. But when you add HCl drops to sodium chloride, here see, again you will get sodium chloride and HCl. Same material you get it again. Here sodium with chlorine, double displacement reaction, sodium chloride and hydrochloric acid. That means you are getting same substances, that means no reaction. So the first you identify hydrochloric acid by using blue litmus. So you can identify hydrochloric acid because that is acid. Blue litmus turns into red. Here no change. After that you have to take few drops of hydrochloric acid and add these sodium hydroxide and sodium chloride separately. So when you add hydrochloric acid to sodium hydroxide, there is a reaction. But when you add hydrochloric acid to sodium chloride, no reaction. From that you can identify sodium hydroxide and sodium chloride. So this is the way sometimes you will get questions like this. So next they are asking you filling the blanks with suitable materials. So here given sulfuric acid is given, hydrochloric acid, ammonia, water, then next water, calcium hydroxide, acetic acid. So you know the sulfuric acid, HCl, acids. Ammonia is base. When you add water, this is ammonium hydroxide, water. Here this is neutral. This is calcium hydroxide base, acetic acid. This is acid. So the first question, the two substances turn red litmus blue. Red litmus blue. Right, red litmus blue means that is base. So here this is wrong. So you are getting ammonia and calcium hydroxide. Right, acids always turn blue litmus red. So turns red litmus blue. So turns red litmus blue means ammonia base and the calcium hydroxide base. Second, dash two substances act as strong acid, that is sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. Then pH is greater than 7 means base. pH is greater than 7 base. Therefore ammonia and calcium hydroxide again. Vinegar used at home is diluted acetic acid. As a vinegar is present, the acetic acid is present in vinegar, dilute one. Then dash causes severe burns in the skin when spilled. That means acids. Acids cause severe burn, corrosive. So acetic acid, sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid, strong acids. Calcium sulfate salt is formed by the reaction between calcium from base, therefore calcium hydroxide, sulfate from sulfuric acid. So calcium with sulfate forming calcium sulfate and water. So here you get calcium sulfate plus water. So this is the third question. And next one, arrange the following solutions in the ascending order of pH. So you know the pH when you that is order from 0 to 14, the lowest, the pH value is very low in strong acid. 1, 2, 3 strong acid, then weak acid, neutral 7, then weak base, strong base, that is up to 14. From 0 to 14, this is the order, ascending order. So here the strong acid is given, sulfuric acid comes here. So the weak acid, vinegar is given here, and the neutral, water. Weak base not given, and the strong base is sodium hydroxide. So this is the order, ascending order, that is strong acid, that is 0, 1, 2 like that. Strong base is 14, 13. So this is the ascending order. So you have to, when they give that, you should know to arrange. So the strong base, weak base, strong acid, all you should know the examples to arrange this. The other one, last question, of the solution dilute hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide and acetic acid is given, which does not react with sodium carbonate. So you know, when you put sodium carbonate to HCl, it react, double displacement reaction, sodium chloride and carbon dioxide and water. Here see, sodium hydroxide and sodium carbonate, double displacement reaction, again you get the same product, sodium carbonate, sodium hydroxide, that means no reaction. Acetic acid, carbonate, always the carbonate reacts with acids to form carbon dioxide. So here you get CH3COO because the H is displaced in the acid. So sodium acetate, water and carbon dioxide. So this is the exercise they gave in the book. Therefore we are finishing chapter 7. I sent you the chapter 8 notes already, right? So next class we start unit 8.